the first to know in Nsem-Pii TV.
Of March 2024, Ghana is now 67 years after independence from the British. So far, so good in terms of governance, practicing of democracy. Ghana has become an envy of the rest of Africa and a beacon of hope. Na say oh share kwanya ye faso eye nhihye ntutu ye with regards to ye nkabi mame nkabi amamo entine the 67th celebration of independence ekoso fe ewo Koforidua, the eastern regional capital of this country. The guest of honor, the president of the Republic of La Côte d'Ivoire, Anna, this colorful event. Edi entoma ebebo entomemu beboa magana yes celebrate ye 67th independence anniversary in a grand style. With the newly built youth and resource center ya ewo Koforidua. Ghana for echere odo mra omo ebe push avenue no ma na omo make sure say the event will go on successfully as usual. Emra Independence Day celebration koso na Ghana man panyini echere bebi oman ni free ni bebi oman na bedru na ye kaka ye honfa hodi ye nya ede free abrofonsem any the way forward no. Now the National Democratic Congress enso one crime, embarking on another mischievous agenda led by North Tom Brashebejani, Okudzeto Ablakwa, Ningo Prampram Brashebejani, Sam George, the National Communications Officer of the NDC, Sammy Gyamfi, or the Dio Member of Parliament, Nilante Van der Poy, and Afi Ketu North Brashebejani, Zifa Ablagomashi. Almost say, Omo kwachire Ghana for the most expensive pit ever dug ewo the National Cathedral site. Na ene omo ho afa omo papa. Omo dru ho, they met national security, that is the Ghana Army and afi Ghana Police. No say ebo 67 national celebration of Independence Day koso. Na almost a press conference. Any SONI and such a catcher and some ketwa. Where did it tap? Now where did it tap? Young video no never to this is a public road. This is a public road. You know that. It's a public road. You have no instructions to stop MPs from doing their job. Ordinary day. I mean, you know we can search it for but they're not allowed to use this street. You know that. It's contained in Parliament. Yes. You know that. Ordinary day. We drive past here every day. We can search it for content of Parliament. We are not going to the entrance. We are going to the entrance. We are going to the entrance. The video no ena mokohe no with the military and the Ghana police trying to show NDC MPs said the Mrano esi adwuma e wo man yimu esi efa. Now after that o man hene kwabena sante ena afi obi etra se we kosi sen dwumadie so wo so kire o madwene e de fa pepenso a wo man yi aduro nioma ye betumi aye no right. Now afi o sa devil deep into anamonya these NDC MPs 2 year knowing very well say an important occasion ekoso ewo the Koforidua Youth and Sports Center. Ti ebe ko ni akuti o man ne kwabna sante any obi and so enchiri mu ya on the manifestants.
So a deceptive day for all of us. It's not a day to glorify because and then ankaye ni munyam shema Ghana ni bia ya ho no and then ese esu esu ni gina ma bebre so esu no ye hwehwe animu enipa boni ye no kura intimi ndi ma ye ho ye nya atwom ene ye bo apayo aya sheda enei utia no pa utie joy utie ekosi se utie adom fm bedwam obi oba so ase ehwie huhu bi agunu so na Ghana
born again
I'm saying this is Ghana where ani atem from general ebi kwase ekun ensi ebi nim di papa mu ebi nim tro ni kontompo central for di attempt tro say amanfo din Ghana no na ye na dia ye biso o ka ho bedi dia oh is it that was a school and I will be able to after 67 years. Is this the Ghana that you want? What has been your contribution to the Ghana that you want?
A very important
What
question.
has been your contribution to the Ghana that you want? Is that you almost say, as you be free Czechoslovakia, but no, I bet she say Ghana na ye pen or the Amay. It's anybody we are na oko na ye Ghana for no. I bet him. So that question social media after 67 years, is this the Ghana that you want? It will never be the Ghana that we want. What has been your contribution to the Ghana that you want?
Part being we play in getting us where we are.
At your part. We are DC, we are Centroni, we are Market Woman, we are Dredini, Gutane, Kakrana, Krana, will be a dear mark. Just that Kakrana. Talent there in Mao. Who took a share from and I the quiet day. That's the point.
Oh, yeah, a jack na wood, Yemi, Wabusia, Kakrano, some nuclear family.
Okran will be the Udia Japadia.
Busiaka Krano, or yeah, and my baby and son. What bonnet
Kakrana or managing. Kakrana or managing.
And every nation's development starts from the family unit. The family unit. It is a very strong. Responsible, prosperous families are a problem.
I'm saying it's a day we are celebrating hypocrisy, cowardice in disguise. You're pretending say, "Credia who do a president go." Sanko 4 ways said, "O must be able to a more ja."
A cuckoo down for no bubu.
Yes. Monyam, any other Joe must say no. I'm on my Ghana. It's your muja chino. Menu me no public back as a chino mujano. Any what the catcher was say, Nana the responsibility on who says, "Oh, my Ghana could never be this." And His Excellency the former president. Meanwhile, Mammy Emma, a former first lady.
Yeah, and
Mammy
Lordina Mahama.
Me mano, I would up
the birthday.
Osa a bois, a ma can call me bluesy, or very good interest.
Yeah,
ma and Muji. Yeah, I'm happy.
Lordina Mahama.
Yes, birthday to you.
Oh, yeah, or say a bununi.
Yes, na make catch a fear among Quano Pese. Na tea or coach Ana. Or try
Nakunya no.
If you see the effect cross or to offering, who's the him will
also come. The first Bono our first lady on.
I Debbie a Teresa Debbie I said James Messeniano.
Teresa Kofo.
Yes, near Chibuno. Yeah, bravo. Okay. The way a Bono East and a way a Bono. What I said, I could diafo. Okay. It is a Kufo late.
I think of some movie Sunyani.
There's only a Bono.
Sunyani
on Kranza.
Bono East. Okay.
I teach him and Kranza you free that.
It more produce 2 first ladies.
2, but ABA for the records will be crack and baby a Africa Cardia. But these are 2 key.
A bit name say Buzi and an area Bono.
A bit new it will brown was here.
A bit Nana Kunedo Ajma Rollins of the region bay.
Now choke was
Nana Kunedo Ajma Rollins of the region.
Now and you'll be back to your coma.
But I'm not may share names, no man. I think to refresh the minds of Omuaiti, listen to these and when you make an impact, when your name is mentioned, something will hit the minds of people.
Exactly.
Ain't Omanpenyi in the order Omanpenyi boy, Joseph Boache Dankwa, JB Dankwa, Edward Akufo Addo, William Ofori Atta. Ena obo Emmanuel Obichebi Lamte, Ebenezer Akon Ejei, Kwame Nkrumah, George Alfred Pargrant, R.S. Blay, Kobina Kese, Kobina Kese ndiye mention that name. Kobina Kese, Francis Awuno Williams, Ni Kwabena Boni.
Oh, say. Offspring people so active in modern day politics.
Yes, it's true. Ni Kwabena Boni. Almost no or boycott hene.
Okay.
On the way
boycott.
Yeah. And in independence struggles no ehun. And oba down be ball. Omo forming the Aborigines Rights Protection Society. Their membership included Jacob Say.
Okay.
And Jacob Say is okay because or one of the very first Ghanaian millionaires. There's no.
The
The history as japadia edija no me kan baby so mo say okonrem baby no okoto kuku bi na kuku no ye gold kwa and he became an instant millionaire. In fact time na e was Gold Coast lawyers no echo England any the Queen of England echo tenase ka yen sa se hon se mensa saba money ade no he paid for the entire trip.
No
Just too much. Okay. Just too much. I was at no more the ship ni too he paid for the entire trip. In fact omo chira wo Cape Coast and now on the Cape Coast sa old buildings be na ye nedia he was filthy rich at that time. They did the Jacob say in the honest contribution and yet sponsor or more anka ye konya Zimbabwe situation be where anka ne yen sa se da so abrofo but that singular move only means sasaba mo ye any timi J yen sa se ye issues other countries no enya obo George Moore Joseph Casely Hayford and the Venerable John Mensah Saba. Who's about John Mensah Saba in history? And the first Ghanaian lawyer. The first Ghanaian lawyer, John Mensah Saba. Yewo W.E.G. Kobina Sechi. Yewo
Hughes papa and as well related to Hughes.
A bit my how. And yewo J.W. DeGraft Johnson.
Okay.
That's also a very popular name. J.P. Brown.
J.P. Brown
on
the low side.
Very on the low side. Obo Nana Yasantua. Ejiso. Obo James Agri Quedry.
Okay, powerful.
Quedry Agri. Very powerful. Obo Sergeant Ajete. Corporal Atipo. Private Odate Lamte.
When we say a celebrity or power.
We shootings no. Crossroads shootings no. Obo VB Anan.
Okay.
Jimmy Christopherson.
Okay.
Mabel Dove. Equia Shosho.
Oka Anan Dominic. Na NBC for Anan be very vocal. Lawyer no way.
Danny Anan.
There be Oka is all over.
Oh yeah, Danny Anan. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Now when Equia Shosho.
Where are you? Now call you. This is also.
But say obi online so nti me ba kai me say me do akua soso na ye nto aso modina aka no ekosi sense high Nsem-Pii 94.7 FM kwekwa sante report from the Cathedral National Cathedral site menim say bibi ikoso ho kwekwa sante akwa aba ne ten
obi ni joso
na enne de Independence Day na National Cathedral site ho de wa mane ho
Obi Saubaka 2021 budget and finance minister Ken Foyata to Ghana for Yen said National Cathedral MPP buying AC. The expectation is the 5th of March 2024 and are buying the National Cathedral no the public can get access to it. So it's been 2-3 years of construction, but the National Cathedral is still at the foundation level. In fact, the NDC MPs led by Samuel Okudzeto have made a lot of noise about it. Omano assay Sikapa in an effort to construct the National Cathedral. And an 5th March buying now by and no be a cathedral no. And these MPs led by Sam George, Asin North MP James Quasin, Ododio MP, Sam George and so Sammy Gyamfi, National Communication Officer. They all went to the National Cathedral site to do what they call a symbolic commission of the facility. Of course, we know the facility no open as of now. It is still at the foundation level. Now, what was expected to be a short ceremony, a peaceful and uneventful event, and now you do National Cathedral, and Nsem-Pii who said very heavily armed military men and some security agencies, all of them wielding guns, had mounted a barricade right in front of the National Cathedral. And a holiday, and the contractors are also not on site. And so as far as they are concerned, the MPs should not be allowed to get inside. And that is the order that they have been given. In fact, these people were being led by a military captain who spoke with the MPs initially. The MPs said they don't intend to go inside the National Cathedral because, of course, because of the publicity Ablakwa have done around today, there was some heavy security personnel around the facility. In fact, the entrances have all now been closed. And they said they just want to stand in front of these entrances and then do a news conference. But the military will not allow that. In fact, at some point, it became a confrontation when the MPs and the people they came with wanted to force their way through, and the military say they will not also allow that. It is also video I must send there.
Say who now videos on YouTube and Facebook or Nsem-Pii FM who videos no way videos on Sunday you see Okudzeto Black Sam George Sammy Gyamfi in that way with the military men. It's an interesting sight into videos nibi sisi amu amuti yes kweku to asoma me
and it became such a confrontation for nearly 30 minutes. MPs and the military were in a standoff trying to find some amicable solution. The MPs insisted they wanted to go to the very far end of the National Cathedral. They obey the Physicians and Surgeons College, and then they can do a news conference from there. The military also say the order they have gotten from above and the instructions they have is that they should not allow anybody over the Electoral Commission head office. So it became such a confrontation for a long time. The MPs were pushing their way through. They were able to push themselves a few meters ahead. But the police and the military blocked the entrance with 2 vehicles, and then the MPs had no option than to stand right in front of the new Electoral Commission headquarters, raid, and do their news conference. Of course, there's also a wall there that separates the EC head office and then the National Cathedral side. And so the MPs, Ejna Hall, and then Central for Kafar, some of the Okudzeto are making a lot of demands, including they should dissolve the National Cathedral, the Secretariat. They should dissolve the advisory board that is chaired by the former chairman of the Pentecost Church, Apostle Okudzeto. So it's been an interesting scene here. The military were successful in blocking the MPs from accessing the National Cathedral side, but the MPs say they've made their point that this is a wasteful expenditure, this is a wasteful endeavor. They don't expect a country that is some of the IMF to throw so many millions of dollars on National Cathedral, and as of now, over $40 million having been sunk into the project. They still call it the expensive man-made pit in the world. So, and before they are getting back to Parliament, and they say that they've been able to communicate their message to the country.
But in their press engagement, and because Omunyana reps from the NDC, was there a categorical statement should the NDC win power in 2024? And ya dia ombe towards our National Cathedral, so omo make that categorical promise.
Yes, in fact, some of the Okudzeto Blackwa is categorical. Say there's no future NDC government that will even put a penny into this project. What they want is a national dialogue to decide, say, what are we doing with the site? You see school and now you see hospital, or what exactly are we doing to the site that used to hold the apartment of some luxurious apartments and other things. But as far as they are concerned, they are categorical. No future NDC government will even pay a penny towards the completion of the National Cathedral facility, and they just want a national dialogue to decide, say, as a young summer in the middle of Accra, a very, very expensive place in Accra, how much land costs in this area, what exactly is going to be done. I think we need to build a school or something. They are demanding a national dialogue on that. But they are clear in their mind that a future NDC government led by John Mahama in 2025, if they win the 2025 election, will not continue the National Cathedral.
Nasa symbolic cutting of tape, me who see our videos I will send it, and omo mountains had in front of the pit, and as
yes, right in front of one of the entrances to the National Cathedral. And because the door was locked, they were not able to get access to it. Until they mounted what is normally used to commission projects, balloons in Ghana flags. And they used that right in front of the place. And then Sam George, Okudzeto Blackwa, and the NDC MPs then went ahead to declare that, as far as they are concerned, the president and his finance minister, who sank so much money into the project, cannot come here to commission the project because it's a site of embarrassment in their own words. And so they are doing a symbolic cutting to show that the government is embarrassed and that this project has just been a waste of everybody's time and money.